Oh my God! Hey, Technophiliacs, welcome to a special episode 163B or something.
I don't
Um,
think we're
Minisode.
I don't think we're gonna number it. It's just
no,
the
it's 163B. I've numbered it.
it's the
And
Fallout
we'll tack it
4
onto the
special
podcast because I
episode.
haven't actually published
One
that yet.
one
So,
sixty three point
Oh shit!
five.
I didn't know we were tacking onto the podcast. I didn't tell it to record locally.
oh, you suck balls! Right, we're here with one reason and one reason only. We're talking about Fallout 4.
That's a video game, or it will
That's a
be.
thing that happened, I think. But
It will be a video game soon. Currently, it's not a video game. It's just a trailer, a 3-minute long trailer with a dog walking around.
What happened to my goat test, though? I was expecting a goat test. Why is there no goat test?
Yeah, Marty McFly
Maybe-
kind of led us astray.
Maybe he
I
was
don't
just trying
think
to
he's really-
imply. Maybe he was just trying to imply that the hero is a Vault Tech protagonist, which is obviously true.
Well, that's true of every Fallout game, though. That's not.
Well,
any
yeah.
kind of
In
secret.
retrospect, I could have guessed that if I thought about it. But
Yeah. So
another day, another Vault Tech protagonist.
another day, another man who comes out of a vault and looks at the bright light and goes, "Ah, my eyes," and then enters a
Another
world
day.
of hell.
Another day, another Garden of Eden. Symbolism trip.
So,
So what's so different and new about this trailer? I thought it was just kind of meh. Like, what
Yeah,
am
it
I?
doesn't-
What am I looking at?
it doesn't look like there's a lot that's really different from the previous Fallout games. The one notable thing that I kind of took away from the trailer that seems at least somewhat new is that there seems to be a lot more color in the world.
No, those are the bits that are like, aren't they the bits before the?
Yeah,
the
but
new-
even in the post-apocalypse, like you see like the shot that's about to go by, there's like, colorful buses with nice paint jobs, and the buildings have splashes of blue and red on them. When they show the shots in Fenway Park, there's still like red awnings over the buildings, and
yeah.
So this takes place in Boston.
Yes, in Boston.
We've established this.
Which was rumored when it was first like a leak news post about it like last
Well-
November or something. They said Boston.
I think because of the lingering story thread that was, that has been around since Fallout 3, Ray, MIT. I think anybody could have guessed that. So I don't know how legitimate that leak was.
Yeah, but anyway, it's confirmed now. It is going to be in Boston, and you have a
So
dog.
am I right in thinking it's going to be more built up than previous games? There's going to be more cityscapes, kind of.
It looks like
ravaged.
that much. It looks
It
like
does look
it's
like it,
it's
doesn't
going to
it?
be more downtown, and of course, if any, I don't know if you guys have ever. Well, James never has, but Rachel, I don't know if you've ever been to Boston. But there's quite a few jokes on Reddit and stuff about like, oh well, the game takes place in Boston, so that means I'm going to be spending the entire time lost and going the wrong way on one-way streets. Which, as someone who has been forced to drive in Boston, they are 100% correct. Boston is like a hellscape. I don't ever want to go to that city again as long as I live.
So they're not going to have to alter it too much to fit it inside the game.
Yeah, it's basically a post-apocalyptic wasteland already. I saw a show on TV where people were shopping for a house in Boston on HGTV, and they were looking for...
House Hunters!
No,
Yay!
this was like a weird show. It was like
Oh.
city versus city or something. Like people are... Anyway, the point is, going further in the Boston hellscape, they were looking at a 600 square foot house, and it was $500,000. I could not fathom
What?
spending $500,000 on a 600 square foot house. That's like my main floor where my living room is like 600 square feet.
So
Boston sucks. That's the point.
So we're going to talk about the fact that the Vault Tech protagonist is, if the trailer is any indication, going to be fully voiced.
Yeah, that's apparently...
And yes, by the way, we were right. Troy Baker is apparently in the game.
which was
Who?
a joke, but ended up being correct.
Troy Baker is every husky male voice ever in
Just
video
look
games
him up
these
on
days.
IMDb. Look him up on IMDb. He's basically like Nolan North. He's in like every game. I guess his main
Well,
claim to fame is that he's the voice of Joel in The Last of Us, but he's been in everything else.
Booker DeWitt from BioShock Infinite.
I say Joel's probably a bigger role, but yeah, I guess Booker is another pretty big one. But I feel like when I first realized that he was a big deal was because he killed that role in the Last of Us, and that was also one of the ones where they did like the whole. He's also doing the characters like movements and stuff with animation tracking. But anyway, I guess the script also leaked or something. So that happened a while ago, I guess. So they know the character does speak, which is new for any Bethesda game, really, right?
Yeah.
How is the character going to speak? Doesn't that mean he'll be set as one gender for a start? And
not necessarily.
Commander Shepard wasn't set as one gender.
Yeah,
so.
There's plenty of games where you make a character and then you choose the character's voice. There was one recently where Nolan, I can't remember what game it was, but it was like male
Saints
voice.
Row 4.
Yes, male voice 1, male voice 2, male voice 3, and like Nolan North. So, and then
that was the funniest thing I said.
Obviously, I chose Nolan North, though. I mean, who wouldn't choose Nolan North? Anyway.
Well, you have to pick Laura Bailey because she's the best.
Well, I'm not one of those guys that makes. I don't do the whole make.
You don't crossplay.
Yeah, I don't make a female character. I try to make a character that looks as ugly as I do in real life. So I try to make myself. Shut up, eating snakes wants me to play Dota. Go away, I'm busy.
So, I noticed we don't really see a whole lot of action in this trailer. This is mostly just like the environments and then just panning over it. So I'm wondering how much of the game is actually done. It is pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's definitely they're ramping up the color because that's the problem with post-apocalyptic world games is that it's all browns and blah. At least it looks like there's going to be some color in this one, which makes me happy because as much as I love the old games, it would definitely be nice to old salty dog.
Well,
you don't switch hit, bro.
Dude, I clicked on pre-order, selected United Kingdom Amazon, and then when I click on pre-order, there's no fucking listing for it. Like, how stupid is that? The top result is Fallout New Vegas. Like, this is coming directly. You can't pre-order it, basically.
What's the song from this trailer? Hold on, I'm going to Google.
Oh, I read that. It's the same group that they use in a lot of the other Fallout games.
For I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, I'm pretty sure.
Marty, you've got to make sure these actually link to stuff. I can't pre-order it if you're linking to Amazon when
That's
they don't
because
have
even
it.
Bethesda knows you shouldn't pre-order.
Well, apparently they do.
Marty,
it's
how
all
much...
over but the crying by the ink spots.
Marty says no more of these winky faces. He can explain things if we would like.
Well, obviously you can't. You probably can't explain everything, Marty, and we
how
appreciate it. How
important is the dog?
Can you explain why I can't fucking pre-order anything?
How does the dog? Is he an integral part of the game, or is he just kind of like
dog meat's been a part of the game since forever.
Yeah, but how? But like, is it gonna be like? Am I gonna feel like emotionally attached to this dog? Like it? Like remember Peter Molyneux with the Fable dog, where it's like you're gonna feel for the dog, you're gonna love the dog, like he was your real dog. That's what I want to know. How important that dog is gonna be. Also, do I get to blow up Fenway Park as a Yankee fan? Because I would like to destroy. I mean, it's already pretty much blown up. So can I finish the job?
I'm trying to see I'm trying to detect some kind of a color palette here because I mean there were detectable color palettes and there's in every previous Fallout game that I've ever played.
Also,
which admittedly is not all of them, but
have they announced a release date? Because if I click through to the American Amazon, it says released on December 31st, 2015.
I feel like that's got to be a placeholder.
That's a placeholder date. Yeah, I mean, people obviously are the dog.
The dog is linked to the main character.
Well, that's pretty obvious from the trailer.
None of the retailers listed for the UK actually have it listed.
I just went to Amazon and typed it in.
Yeah, it shows you on Amazon US. I just checked that.
Yeah, I can pre-order it. I will not be pre-ordering it.
Change your country to UK and then try. There's no results for it. Like that's retarded. That's absolutely goddamn retarded.
I'm curious to know what's different about this vault because everything's different because I mean this is spoilers for Fallout 3, but I mean the vaults are all social experiments sort of done.
Whoa! Some of us still haven't finished that game. Kindly.
This is like, oh please.
It's too late for Fallout.
Sorry,
you can spoil Fallout 3 freely, please.
Okay. Well, the vaults are all there's something different going on with every single one of the vaults. So there's a thing involved in every single one of them, and I think Fallout 3 wasn't the thing that the Vault 101 was about, was the pure one. And, I mean, you go into several other vaults in the course of that game, and every one of them is something weird about them.
Well, considering this one's in Boston, I'm sure it's going to be shitty and vile and filled with scumbags.
Like, what's different about Vault 111?
Marty, can I request Oculus Rift support, please?
Please
Because
don't.
this is perfect. This would be perfect.
Please don't waste the development resources and time putting in Oculus.
All you have to do is enable it. It's perfect for it. Like there's no even the action. You can do the VAT system, right? So you don't need to.
That's going to be in Fallout 4? That's what I want to know.
It's got to be. That's integral.
I would think so. Yeah.
Some people were saying that they thought that like the VAT system was almost like a crutch in the Fallout games, but I liked it.
I love it.
This vault has some interesting.
You've always been able to have cool shots in RPGs.
Interesting inventions.
That's Ron Perlman was in the trailer, right? That's who I heard.
You know,
is that him?
I didn't pay enough attention to the sounds of the trailer. I think I was watching wrestling while watching the trailer. I watched it like 3 times, but without sound.
Oh God, you're useless.
I like wrestling. I was watching WrestleMania 19.
Job properly.
What are we expecting on the 14th of June? What's that? Oh, that's the E3 reveal. I see. It says it right.
Yeah, that's their press invite conference thing, which I still keep getting emails to go to, and I have informed them that I'm no longer attending E3 this year, but I keep getting emails inviting me to it anyway.
Why would you not go?
I can't make it out there. I can't.
Send me instead. I'll go.
It's too late. The trip is off. We're not going to
what?
E3.
Send her, you asshole.
She hasn't been here long enough.
Why not?
See, we weren't.
I've got a legit press pass.
Yeah, exactly.
I could show you my press pass. It's right here.
I could show you my press pass also, but we weren't going to E3 really to cover it. We were going there to talk.
Send her along with a video person too. She can take videos. That'll be good.
We were going there to talk to developers and try to build.
And I can talk to developers. I'm young and cute. They'll like me.
Nope.
She can jump the queues, dude.
Don't trust you.
Far more than you. You're that ugly. I mean.
Anyway, so
we're
yes.
working on Oculus, Marty says.
Oculus says they're working on Oculus, and VATS is staying.
Can I take that as like an official word and post it to the Oculus forums?
Have they said that?
Bethesda officially says working on Oculus support for
some guy in Twitch chat who claims to work for. Yeah.
Send me. Even the chat says you should send me.
You're already.
We'll just put the video on Make Use of's YouTube channel. It'll be fun.
Just send me already
video.
Send the grill.
If you already have a press pass, aren't you already going then? What do you need me to send you for?
I need you to pay for my hotel.
Pay for your own hotel, cheapo.
Let's do that, can't we?
We're not sending you.
James, am I going to talk this out with you and Ryan?
Nothing to do with me.
It's not happening. Just accept it.
There's enhanced crafting and customization.
What does that even mean?
In the game, Dave.
Yes, I know it's not anything to do with E3, but what does that mean?
I'm going to guess it has something to do with our weapons and armor, because there's never been crafting in Fallout.
I was going to say, was there crafting in the previous ones? I can't remember.
I don't think in New Vegas. I know not in Fallout 4. Fallout 3, rather.
I just realized I have a Nuka-Cola poster above my computer monitor.
I need a Nuka-Cola poster. It'd be fun.
It says, Nuka-Cola, drink like there's no tomorrow. Is it attached to the wall? Maybe I can bring it down. Whoa, I almost knocked the cup over.
I went to a geek party, a nerdy party once where... I went to a nerdy party once where we were encouraged to bring along foods and drinks and such from video games. I made Skyrim sweet rolls, and I also wanted to make Nuka-Cola Quantum. I wanted to make Nuka-Cola Quantum, but I couldn't get my hands on that much Gatorade.
That sounds like a sweet party. I like the sound of that. That's cool.
It sounds like a very dorky party.
It was great. I was dressed as Lara Croft. It was fun.
Oh, is this when you became the Lara Croft cosplay extraordinaire?
I've been Lara Croft cosplay extraordinaire for years, so no.
When was your first Lara Croft cosplay experience?
Halloween 2010, I want to say.
2010.
I think that's
so you were like 4 then?
Yes. I've looked exactly like Lara Croft since I was that young, yeah.
Since you were 4 years old.
All it takes is some brown lipstick and some tiny little,
brown lipstick?
tiny little sunglasses.
Brown lipstick?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, not brown, but cinnamon colored.
Oh, Marty says adding and removing scopes and attachments. So Call of Duty then.
Enhanced crafting.
Call of Duty. Adding and removing scopes and attachments. So you can...
Well, adding and removing scopes and attachments to your weapons doesn't exactly sound like enhanced crafting.
Sounds like Call of Duty crafting to me.
I mean, every game is. I mean, in The Witcher 3, you can break things down to their component parts. So I won't be very impressed if we can't.
It depends on what these scopes and attachments do to the guns, though. If it's
maybe if it ups the bat's aiming system accuracy, then I will be impressed.
Or if it just does like crazy shit, like you put an attachment and then all of a sudden your gun, it's like Saints Row, your gun shoots dildos or something. Maybe that would be.
It's always a good thing.
Anytime your gun can shoot
shurikens and lightning.
Yeah, anytime your gun can shoot dildos, I pretty much am happy with that gun's existence. So yeah, I mean, outside they show some Boston monuments, like that thing that looks like the Washington Monument, whose name I can't remember, Fenway, that USS something ship, I can't remember its name either.
There's a civilization. It says Marty said there's a civilization in Fenway Park, so you won't be able to destroy it.
Fuck that then. What do you mean that he says that'd be mass murder? So what? It's Fallout.
It'll just be.
I thought you could nuke a town in the last one. I mean,
megaton all over again. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Let me fucking megaton.
What are you talking about, Marty?
They do show a nuke blow up in the trailer, so maybe that's me nuking Fenway. Let's see, what else?
Crazy, what, the Lara Croft cosplay? I agree, Marty.
Let's see, what else do we know? Can we discern from this? You have a PipBoy on your wrist.
No shit.
Yep.
Well, again, it's Fallout. You have PipBoys are ubiquitous.
The logo still looks like a Gatorade symbol.
I'm still waiting for someone to make us a DIY PipBoy, if anyone's up for that.
I'm sure it's been done. Well, at least in if you mean functional PipBoys, yeah.
All you gotta do is just take an iPhone and stick it in your wrist thing, and then you got a PipBoy. Boom.
It's not quite what we were aiming for.
I'm gonna stop showing the trailer over and over again now and switch back to the camera of us.
Why? I'm watching it over and over again.
Well,
it's fun.
You can.
I can't discern anything different about it, but
we need sound to really make the most out of our discerningness, and we can't have sound because then no one could hear us talk, and everybody comes here to hear our sultry, beautiful voices. Anybody else have anything to add? I hope. Oh, actually, I have one thing. Now that I was going to ask a question, then I answer my own question. From the looks of it, with how heavily they're showing pre-Fallout stuff, do you think you'll actually play some like real world, quote unquote, before, like at the beginning of the game? You know, play some before the apocalypse, like
pre-apocalypse stuff.
Because they show like half of the trailer is pre-apocalypse.
Yeah, and that doesn't look pre-rendered.
Feasible, yeah.
What would you do in pre-apocalypse thing? Would it be like that weird thing, that weird part in Saints Row where you go into like the 50s world? And you're just like walking around and then the cops all start attacking you. Like, is that what it would be like? Or what do you think? Would you just be like, would it be like a dating sim kind of thing where you're just like living a happy, normal life and then the shit?
Yeah, I imagine it's trying to establish your connection to some characters
beginning
or something.
Beginning of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, maybe, where, you know, you'd go through the whole rigmarole of, you know, being the character and then you die because you're nuked.
So you don't think you would be the guy that you are in the vault? You'd be some person?
I thought the vaults are there for. I thought
that's right,
all Fallout games take place hundreds of years
after
Fallout, hence the term Fallout.
Well, what if this doesn't? What if it's shorter?
I mean, if it's a prequel to like Fallout 3 in New Vegas and such, that'd be interesting. Ooh. But I mean, I thought the whole thing about Bethesda was it's a continuation. You will experience the Great War.
They also said they also called it 4, which usually you don't go up in number if you're going to go down in timeline.
That's not necessarily true.
Well, usually, not always, obviously. There's exceptions, but generally if you're like when they go back in time, they usually like would just call it Fallout then or something, you know, if they're going to go like
Marty's saying we will experience the Great War. That's that's the one that caused all the Fallout.
So that would be the pre Fallout part of the game. Anyway, so yeah, I would like to see what you actually do during that. Like maybe you're a soldier in the Great War or something, you know, like so you're fighting.
Well, he just said we will experience it. He didn't necessarily say we will be spending the whole game there.
Well, yeah, I think if anything it'd be like the first hour of the game and then it, you know, like a very maybe like how the Last of Us starts.
So you can change some stuff.
Like how The Last of Us starts, where it's Joel and his daughter, and spoilers, it ends sadly, and then it cuts to the future in the actual apocalypse. So it could be something like that, where it's you spend a little bit, probably longer than The Last of Us, because that part was short. But I think that was one of the best intros to a game ever, personally. So if they can do something like that in Fallout to hook you in, I'd be cool with that. Let's see.
Hey, this is weird. If you click through to the YouTube page, it says 301 plus views. Like more than 301 views.
That happens on that's a common thing with new YouTube videos. Whatever video is posted and it does massive amounts of views.
I don't know much about how that works.
I've read about it. It's
that doesn't make sense though. Surely it would have. It's got 13,000 comments.
Right. So what it does is whenever 301 up to 301, it counts the views normally, and then once a new video passes 301, if it does it in a short amount of time, YouTube freezes the views, because they want to make sure that they're not getting fake views. And then it releases the views once it realizes that it's real. Yeah, I've read about it before, because I always thought that was weird. Why is it always 301? But that's why.
Well, 301 plus, it's like more than 301.
Yeah, we know it has more than 301.
That covers a large area.
Marty, can you give me a preview of the Fallout soundtrack, Fallout 4 soundtrack? Because I love the Fallout soundtracks. Probably won't, but whatever.
Well, you heard the one song in the trailer.
Right? Yeah, but it seems like there's always an Ink Spot song in there somewhere.
Ink Spot.
So someone asked, what about the Assassin's Creed intros? What about them?
I don't remember any of them. Did any of them stand out as something good?
I mean, there's always the well, I can't say without spoiling, so I won't, but
there's the real world stuff in well, actually, do they all start out with real world stuff? But none
of them start out with real world stuff.
Yeah, they start out with. I'm trying to. I literally don't remember any Assassin's Creed intro, so apparently they had no effect on me because I don't remember them. And I played.
I mean, I still think the best point of comparison would be Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If we're talking about starting in a place about to be nuked and then going into where we are in the present day.
And then YouTube comments multiplayer and playing Nuketown.
Graphics look like shit for a next-gen exclusive, they say.
Who says that?
There's someone in the comments.
I mean, I'm just going by the fact that, it's not, well, I don't know, Bethesda games have never really looked that great. I mean, I've downloaded, I don't know how many graphics mods for Skyrim, because vanilla Skyrim looks kind of horrible for something that's...
What is wrong with you people?
But, well, I don't care about graphics per se, but I mean, but I'm saying they're not wrong, so. A bit of ink spots, a bit of Johnny Guitar, a whole lot of jazz. Okay. I'm assuming that's not a misspelling of jazz.
Who's Jazz? Let's look up Jazz. Kiss my Jazz. Jazz.
Oh, it's an early name for jazz. Okay.
Oh, so an early name for jazz music.
This is like proto-jazz. All right. Excellent.
Interesting stuff. It looks pretty old for a new game, says Old Salty Dog. It does. I mean, it's not...
Bethesda games don't necessarily rely on the graphics, and I would be okay if the game's art design is pretty enough.
Just buy the PC version, and 6 months after it comes out, it will look like it will blow your fucking mind, and everyone will also be naked if you should so choose.
Am I the only one who thinks the graphics of Fallout games are always incredible?
I don't think they're incredible. I think they're fine.
Maybe I just like that setting.
I mean, it's definitely a cool. It's stylized in a way, but it's not like.
It's appropriate.
But it's not like the pure like high fidelity like this is pushing everything to the limits kind of graphics. It's more like they use a cool art style that looks really nice, but it's not like a Crisis where
Yeah. An art style will make up for a lot of deficiencies and technical capabilities, but let's be fair, the character models in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, they look terrible. I mean, every single character looks boxy and ugly and just in general. I mean, the environment, sure. The environments are passably good looking, and like I said, the art design and the environment counts for a lot. Atmosphere counts for a lot. But yeah, it could really stand to be upped in that way.
I always just thought the characters had their face slapped a few times, and that's why they look so bad.
I mean, there's also radiation and mutation and all that stuff.
Ah, exactly, right?
Old Salty Dog asks, do we think it's held back by the console release? I mean, everything is held back by... Release? Well, like the graphics.
Yeah, we did scrap console.
Everything is held back by console releases. If every game was a PC exclusive, they would all look better, but every video game company would also go out of business because the consoles is where the sales are, so they gotta put them there, you know?
We got the Institute. That means we got the Institute in there. Oh, I hope a certain someone from Fallout 3 comes back because I wanted to see where that story went.
Who?
No, I can't say. Because it would reveal the choice.
The rest of the game?
No, I won't. You can just Google it on the Fallout wiki and you'll see.
There are a few familiar faces. I wonder what faces are familiar. They're all ugly, I'm sure.
Sorry, but it's true.
Marty, is it coming out in 2015? Hook it up, brother.
It's the same story with Witcher 3 with regards to the graphics or the models, because I thought the character models in The Witcher 3 look gorgeous.
Yeah, The Witcher 3s look ridiculous, I think.
I mean, it's just, it avoids the uncanny valley just enough, The Witcher 3. It's like, it just barely sidesteps the lip of the canyon, but it's...
So I played a bunch of The Witcher 3 yesterday again after the podcast. I still really love that game, man. I really love that game a lot. Did you...
Let that linger.
That's... I hope Fallout's a better open world game than The Witcher. That's my only goal. If it's better than The Witcher, then I'm happy. But that's going to be hard.
Marty, this year or next?
He can't tell us that.
Why not?
They don't know yet.
Next? Let's see. We have people keep talking about how bad the graphics are, but no one is noticing how much better the animations look.
Yeah, but this could be it is pre-rendered, obviously.
I mean, it's in engine, definitely.
Right, but that doesn't necessarily translate to...
I mean, the dog does look like it's moving in a very realistic dog-like manner. I'll give him that.
It looks like the Call of Duty dog. Did they borrow the same model?
Well, it's just a German Shepherd. That's a very popular dog.
Exactly.
But like, it's got a fairly realistic, like the way its tail is.
Tail, yeah, I knew you were just about to say the tail. Yep, the tail waggle. That's what I look for in a game. The tail waggle of the dogs.
Anybody got any comments? Because I can't stick around too much longer.
I think that. Yeah, I think we've covered what we need to cover for the Fallout 4. I
think so. Yeah. Is this mini-sode going to be on YouTube, or is this solely for the?
I can put it on YouTube. I have to manually export it from Twitch, but we can.
Well, you got to, because otherwise I can't put it in the podcast, can I?
We hope to make it a late 2015 release. If we have to delay it, I doubt it. It'll be early 2016. That'd be impressive if you managed to get it out that fast. I mean, we know you've been working on it forever, but still. Usually when somebody puts up an announcement trailer, it's for something, or at E3, it's for something that's coming out next year.
I don't believe that will be out this year. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Just make sure it has Oculus Rift support. I'll be happy.
Was Skyrim delayed when it came out? I don't remember. Did Skyrim hit what it was supposed to hit?
Skyrim came just as I was starting to get, seriously into AAA Bethesda games, so I don't really remember if that was delayed or not because I wasn't paying attention.
So did you not play Oblivion?
Not when it came out, no.
I couldn't imagine going back to Oblivion after playing Skyrim. I would imagine that would suck.
I wanted to know more about the lore.
Well, your face. Got him. I'm trying to find out if it's delayed, but I can't find it, so whatever. Alright, so that's it. We're going to leave you all. We hope you enjoyed our mini episode that was fairly mini. I don't know how long it was, but it seemed short, so...
Half an hour.
Oh, that was longer than I thought it would be. Alright, so we will see you guys next Tuesday at 2 p.m., the normal time of the podcast.
Normal time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.